Coronation Street spoilers for next week between the 18th and the 22nd of March. Roy is in danger as two men enter his cafe and lock the door behind them. It turns out that these two men have been sent by Lauren's dad from inside prison, after news has broke out that Roy is under suspicion for Lauren's disappearance. Later on in the week, the street gets together to hold a vigil for Lauren, who is still nowhere to be found. During the event, Roy shows up and tries making a speech about how much Lauren meant to him. But during his speech in front of everybody, a few lads begin to mock Roy, making cruel comments and recording his reaction on their phones. It seems a lot of people are still suspecting Roy of being something to do with her disappearance. Paul gets assigned a new personal assistant to help him with his motor neurone symptoms, but it seems his health is continuing to decline as he struggles to speak properly, making a conversation with his new helper very difficult. Later on, despite struggling with his speech, Paul attends a karaoke night at the Rovers, as it seems he's determined to not let his symptoms stop him from having a good time. During the night out, Paul and Billy decide to take a turn on the microphone and sing the song Stand By Me, but it's obvious that Billy isn't having such a great time, as he's clearly worried about Paul's fast declining health. As news swirls about Lauren's disappearance, the newspaper have somehow found out that she used to be a sex worker. After hearing this, Bobby and Max confront Sabrina, accusing her of leaking this information to the newspapers. But of course, Sabrina denies this. Later on in the week, other residents also hear the news about Lauren's previous job as a sex worker. Evelyn explains to Tyrone and Fizz that Cassie has been defending Lauren all along, because she too had to resort to being a sex worker in her past. Sean and Dylan return back from court, where Dylan was handed a community service order for his involvement in knife crime. But as Sean and Dylan enter the house, they notice Eileen sitting with Dylan's mother Violet, telling her everything that has been going on. It seems Violet is furious that Sean has kept her in the dark about all the problems surrounding their son Dylan. Before the final spoiler for next week, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any important Coronation Street updates. Also on Coronation Street next week, Steve is still jealous of Tracy and Tommy Orpington's new relationship. So in an effort to create problems for them, Steve decides to let Tracy know that Tommy will be moving to Spain soon for football obligations. It seems this information has caught Tracy off guard, and she had no idea that Tommy would soon be leaving the country. I wonder if Tommy keeping this a secret from her could cause problems between the two of them.